Hello everyone and welcome. Today I'm going to teach you some PTV VISUM basic tools. Okay, so let's just talk about the window of VISUM. This is the window of VISUM. Here is the network, and the big area here is my network. Here is my network objects, and here is my quick view, and here I can switch between the network and matrices. Okay, so let me just explain for you what are the main important things that you need to work with here. The first one is find a network object. So if you want to find a network object in here, a link or a node or a zone, so just click here or go to the link and find. So here it will open the list of the links I have, and I can just directly click on one of the links, and I make sure that my synchronization with the network is active, so it will switch between the links and my network. Or sometimes I just want to click on this link and zoom in, so it will just zoom in for me for that specific link, and it will highlight it in another color. Okay, here is my legend. Okay, so I can access my legend, and I can show, for example, let me just show you how it works. Here you will add the things that you need to show in your legend. Okay, so if I click preview, this is links, and if I go to links, I can change the name here. Let's say roadway network. So change it here. I can change the width and the height of the object. Okay, if I go to layout, here is my, as you can see here, my dimension of between the layers or the spacing. Here is the location of my legend. Here is the boundary colors, the fill color if I want to change it. Okay, and here is the text size and the title, so I can play with the text. And finally, this is for the footer. Okay, if I want to put some text, date, anything you want. Okay, so this is how you work with legend. Here are my layers, and I have explained this before in the graphic parameters, so you can switch between layers, which layer comes on top of the other layer. This one is to check if you have only active objects. So assume that I have a filter and I have some links that they are only active for a specific condition. So by using the normal mouse, I can access all of the links. Okay, but if I go here, I will have the option to choose only the active links. Okay, so the links that are not active, that are being deactivated, I cannot touch them when this one is there, when this option is activated. Okay, here you can take a screenshot from your network, so with some high quality, or the quality you define. Okay, so if I want to take a snapshot, I will just click the name, and it will save it for me as a JPEG, and I can take the resolution. Okay, the other stuff is zoom in, zoom out, previous view. So for example, this is my view, then I move to here, so I can go to the previous view. Okay, this is to show the entire network, so this is my entire network, and I can go to the previous view as I mentioned before. Here you can measure a distance, so just click on this one, first point, second point, and that's your distance. You can make whatever shape you want. Here you want to preview this map, so it will just preview for you in a special format. I'm going to make some changes. So I will just try to print. So if I go to File, Print, okay, here I can change my page size to A3, for example, and if I click Close, it will make it as an A3, but it will not print it for me. So it's A3. I prefer to be landscaped. So this is how it will look if I print it in A3. So this is good for an output of the model for any other use that you want. The next thing that I want to talk about is shapefiles. So shapefiles are used very common in GIS. They are they could be points, polygons, and we can save data inside them as tables. So for example, if I have zones, I can save population, employment data, land use data inside them, and they are very helpful and useful to show some graphic display or to use it for different tasks. So I will show you how to export and import a shapefile. We will do that by going to File, Export, Shapefile, and I need to save it in the location. So it's going to be here, and this will go for links. So here it will ask me what network object I need to export. In this case, I'm exporting links and all of them. If you have a filter, you can say only active links. And directed, because of the links, usually in each direction they have a independent attributes. So if you click directed, it will give each direction an independent values or attributes that they can be used alone. And if you go to columns here, here it's asking which attributes that you want to export inside the shapefile. As I mentioned before, these things can be saved inside the shapefile. So I don't need this. I just need the link number. I'm going to say OK and export. So it's exporting for me now. Now I'm going to open an empty file, and I'm going to import the same network I have just exported now. So we will do this by going to File, Import, Shapefile. I will go to my location, and here it's link.shp, goes to shapefile. In here, it's asking for read additively. Okay, read additively will be used when you want to add a shapefile, okay, on top of an existing network. In this case, my network is empty, so just keep it empty, and create directed links and say OK. Here, this is my attribute. It is just the number that I exported from the columns before. I'm going to say OK, and it came. Okay. So shapefiles are very useful. Sometimes you have different scenarios. Sometimes you want to export part of the network in a network that you don't have. You want to do multiple scenarios. So they are very useful. Or sometimes you just get a GIS data and then need to export them to shapefile and put them here. So shapefiles are a connection between GIS and VISUM. The other thing I want to talk about is backgrounds. So if I go back here, I will open a new version. So open version, file, new. So this is a new version. You can notice that when I'm opening a new version, it will ask me for the permission of the use of the OpenStreetMap. So I'm going to say OK, and here it will open for me the OpenStreetMap that I can use as a background for my network. So very simple, click here, or just by the mouse you can zoom in at any location, okay, and it will take some time to be loaded, and it will show for you all the links in the network, just as any other OpenStreetMap. And you can do some coding or whatever you would like. There is another method to add backgrounds. It could be shapefiles. So we can have shapefiles as a background. You can have shapefiles as shapefiles inside the model. We can add the background as an image, as a JPEG, or as a DXF. So I can turn it off from here, and then I will go to background down here and insert mode. So it could be from the OpenStreetMap, or it could be from a graphic file from my computer. So here you can see that these are the file format that you can add. I'm going to add the same shape file I have exported, but this time it's going to be as a background that I cannot touch. So sometimes Visum will not change its coordinate accordingly to the shapefile I have added, because shapefiles usually are coordinated. So the best thing is go here, display entire network, and it will show you the shapefile. So this is just the background, you cannot touch it, you cannot play with it, it's just a background. The only thing that you can do is you can change the coordinates, or you can play with the colors and the thickness of the links, as I'm doing here. Okay, so you can trace it, put some links on it, zones, or depends on the case. So anyways, this is how you add the background. The other thing that you can do, you can add some text. So if you go to text here, insert mode, add a text. Okay, so just a text, you can move it anywhere, you can play with the rotation, coordinates, alignment, many different stuff. Okay, so the other stuff that I want to show you is here, how you switch between windows. So this is my network editor, this is my window. If I click here, I just have network editor, but sometimes I want to go and for example, I'm going to open a new window, so the network editor will disappear, so I can switch between them from here. Okay, so this is the procedure, this is the network. Sometimes I will have more than one tab, so all of them will be here. Okay, I can split my window. As you can see here, I can split it horizontally or vertically. Okay, so this is horizontally, and you can play with the dimensions, how you can adjust it. Okay, and in the vertical direction, so sometimes this will easy my work. I can give you an example. I'm going to list my links, and I don't have links here. Okay, this is just because this is just if I go to here, okay, I will list my links, and I will split the window in the vertical direction. So now I can see what is happening. This is my link. It's for example important for me. It has special stuff. I'm click on it. Okay, and you can see that it's directly changing. Okay, so this will end this tutorial. Please, if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Thank you.